If you are just getting into gravel riding or thinking about getting into gravel riding, we've got two good options for you at Royal Massif Elephant Rock.
First, we've got a 27-mile route that takes in some pavement before going through Castlewood Canyon. Next, we've got a 60-mile route that takes in a lot more gravel, has a time segment, and then comes back through Castlewood Canyon as well.
I'm out here with my friends Nick and Kristen Legan, experts at riding gravel, my buddy Nick Ramey of Royal Massif. We're gonna tell you what to expect in terms of the course, what kind of gear to bring, what kind of clothing to bring, what to be thinking of in terms of the support we provide, and most importantly, get you stoked on riding gravel bikes. You ready? Let's roll. All the courses at Royal Massif Elephant Rock start out together, the road courses and both gravel courses. We start out on some rolling pavement for a nice few gentle miles, getting south of Castle Rock. The short loop cuts left, the longer loop goes right. There the roads open up, the vistas open up, and the fun begins. Now there's lots of different types of gravel roads. There's hard pack, which is like treated with mag chloride, rolls faster than some of the pavement around here. Then you've got some thicker, looser stuff. The surface determines how you ride. So, Nick, what would you suggest to people when they get into something where the road's a little looser?
You know what they say, when in doubt, ride it out. Basically, you can't hit your brakes, you can't get too excited. Your bike is gonna slip around on dirt roads. It's just one of the things that can and will happen at some point. The idea is to not over-exaggerate your movements, not to slam your brakes. Just keep your knees and elbows loose and just ride through it, and it will correct itself.
Kristen, you coach a lot of riders from novice through elite level. You should be looking down, or you should be looking up. There's some good lines and there's some rougher lines. What do you tell people to do with their eyes?
Right, you definitely want to be looking ahead and looking forward so that you can see when there's obstacles coming up. If there's a better line ahead of you, you can plan to shoot that line. So looking ahead, but also just being aware of what's around you. If there's people riding near you, that's a good thing to also keep in mind. But the farther out you can look, the more you can plan for what's coming up towards you.
Now these sportives are not races, but on the longer loop, there's a time segment. So if you want to scratch that competitive itch, you can go for it. There's a red sign by the side of the road. There'll be a timing strip across the dirt and banners to watch out for. If you want to race it, have at it. If you want to ignore it and have a picnic in the middle, you can do that too.
In terms of the bike to ride, a gravel bike will be ideal. A cyclocross bike will be just fine. If you're a little bit nervous, a mountain bike, perfectly adequate, especially for the shorter course. If you're comfortable riding a road bike on dirt, then have at it. I'd encourage you to ride the widest tire you can fit on your road bike, if the road bike is what you're going with. In terms of clothing, definitely bring arm and knee warmers to the start. I'd also encourage you to bring a rain jacket just in case. Can't hurt to bring it, can certainly help if needed. In terms of support, we will have 1 aid station on the short course and 3 aid stations on the long course. Those will be stocked with water and scratch, bars, fruit, salty snacks, all sorts of goodness.
So Nick, you have written the book on gravel cycling, and there's a huge variety. For people who are maybe nervous about riding gravel, how would you rate the terrain out here?
Super fun, really low key. This is, I think, a really great beginner event if you're new to gravel, but it's still gonna be a lot of fun even if you've ridden thousands of miles on gravel. It's pretty fast rolling out here and definitely loose in places, but it's one of the kind of safer, easier to navigate courses I've seen in a while.
And when in doubt, you can just kind of take it slow, take it at your own pace.
Absolutely, ride within your comfort zone.
So after the long course finishes the bottom of the figure eight, it ties back in with the short course, so you get to see the same good stuff that your buddies did earlier going through Castlewood Canyon State Park. Then we come back in, finish at Douglas County Fairgrounds, where we've got food for you, we've got live music, we've got a beer garden, we've got a huge expo, and a good time. Look forward to seeing you soon.